All right, and
5, 4,
3.
and we're back, everybody.
We got a sponsorship. Our local termite colony has provided this. They look like sprinkles.
Yeah.
They're on the table. Free.
Right. Is that
Free.
from the room, or is that from wherever that came from?
I think that's termite.
Oh yeah,
droppings.
but I mean, like, are the termites in this room, or are they like, did they come running out of that table like when John Andy moved it here from his shed or something?
Yeah, dude, that's gross.
I would assume he didn't throw the table in his car completely flat. If you turned it on its side, the
Yeah, I know, but remember last time we wiped that off and got rid of it, and now there's more here.
yeah. So that means
Why would they climb up and sit on the table?
no. It comes from the
Oh,
ceiling.
it comes from the
they
ceiling.
chew through the wood, and then if they're eating wood, they poop wood.
Not good, guys. Once they get a hold of them instruments.
Don't
Oh,
say that.
I will. You'll see. You know John Goodman in Arachnophobia when he has like the fucking flamethrower and shit.
I am aware of that reference.
That's
That'll be me if they hit the fucking jag stank.
Do you guys take your do you guys at least bundle them up or take them home or?
I
just leave 'em out
usually
here?
throw it into a case.
Yeah.
I've been kind of lazy.
I would
lately.
now.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty good call now.
Yeah. That sucks, man. I thought you were making a weird joke, but that's for sure. Yeah, you guys gotta have a termite problem.
Well, I mean, technically we.
Do you want to taste them?
I want you to taste it and tell me.
No,
I
it was
trust,
my idea.
Well, I
wanna
trust
hear
your
description.
judgment.
Yeah, I want to hear how
Well,
you.
you-
It would
describe
mean
it.
nothing if I tasted it.
You have a more accurate palate than I do.
You are.
Thank
the,
you.
You are the writer, by the way. You
Yeah.
might have a better verbalization of it. You're all. It's like.
Yeah, if I just I would say, oh, it just tastes like poo poo, but you would be like, oh, it tastes like a
Pungent.
somewhat of an oaky excrement.
Some black currant in this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Smoky.
Some undertones.
Unless you're playing the
Tennis
old
balls.
stolen valor writer card.
That is a possibility. There's no proof that I'm a writer of any kind.
I'm a published writer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I wrote for Saddleback College's newspaper.
Nice, dude.
Kind of like, I don't know, maybe like 15 articles.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither.
What articles did you write?
Wrote a couple opinion pieces, but mainly sports. I covered
Oh.
covered
That fits
some soccer games. I covered a couple baseball games.
Like this
Yeah, you
weekend,
made it
right?
exciting?
Yeah, I got to hang out in the dugout with like the whole team and talked about smoking weed and stuff and
Dose their Gatorade. Have some
Yeah.
LSD. And they're
challenged them to
The ball's coming at me.
yeah challenged us some beer pong matches. None of them actually stepped up to the challenge.
Well, then-
No one in the sports section
What the fuck
of
is
the
it?
college stepped up to
No,
play
so
beer pong with you?
I wanted to be a sports writer growing up, so I wrote for the Saddleback newspaper and
No, I know that. I'm saying no one stepped up to the challenge to play beer pong with you.
No, I was in the dugout. They let me hang out in the dugout during a game.
Oh, you challenged them during the game.
Yeah, so they were like, "Oh, you write for the paper? Like, can I get some quotes?" Because I was covering an IVC game because Saddleback and IVC are like one and the same.
Yeah.
And they had this like pretty legit comeback win where they were down like 4 runs, and then they had like a walk-off like RBI, and one of the guys was like, "Dude, can you quote me saying it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the fight of the yeah."
Size?
He didn't get the quote. He didn't remember his own quote.
No, I didn't remember the quote. I
Jesus.
think
Louises.
Louise's.
I can't remember
it's
everything
the size of
everyone
the dog
says
is
all the
fine.
time. I
You should.
wrote it down and typed it, and then it was out of my brain.
Don't be
But,
defensive.
yeah, it was not. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the
Size of the bark
dog.
and the dog.
Fight.
And then you didn't. And then what happened?
Well, I was just broing out with the baseball team. I was like, dude, that was fucking rad. You guys like totally.
No, but
came back.
then you challenge, and then you, because he wanted to quote that, then you were gonna play him beer pong for it?
No,
Is that
like
what you're
during the
saying?
game, they were like, oh, like what do you do outside of school? Like, where do you work and stuff? And I was like, oh, I work in an Italian restaurant. And they're like, oh, what do you do for fun? And I was like, I don't know.
Italians.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Well,
I don't know, sir. I'm just.
Why don't you tell me a story about your
no, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to ask.
so that I can piss on your parade.
I'm asking you questions to help you with the story. You're just being defensive. I don't know what's happening.
You're pissing on my parade. That's what's happening.
No, I was not. I was asking you questions for the story to help it along. I was trying to.
I was telling them I like to drink, and I have a pool table and a ping pong table in my garage.
What?
And me and my buddies play a lot of beer pong, and they're like, "Oh, are you pretty good?" And I was like, "I will fucking crush you. I don't care how athletic you are. Once
never
we're
gonna
10
get
beers deep,
anybody that
I
way. You gotta be all, I don't know. You gotta go find out. All right, and then throw money on that shit. You know.
Yeah, you gotta finesse them.
Yeah.
well, their coach was there too, you know, and I was like
Finesse him.
talking about
Finesse
getting
the
hammered
coach.
with his athletes.
I'm sure he gets hammered with them too. You've seen all the news with the college sports bosses being all coaches in the showers and shit. It's fucking horrible.
Oh,
As bad as,
Sandusky.
yeah, almost as bad as the priests.
You seen some Sandusky action when you were a sports writer?
No, I didn't go into the fucking locker room. I was hanging out in the dugout
Chris,
during
it's
the
your
game.
duty as a journalist.
I was
They're the
keeping
real
stats.
real stats the women want to know.
Yeah.
So you didn't go in the showers?
Good call.
Not on record, no. Off record, different story.
I guess that's a good morals for journalism, being on record and off record, because you got to live your life too.
Right.
Everyone's got to shower.
Nah,
Most people have to shower.
not Kenyans.
Right? That's why I said most people. He said everyone.
So what are you guys gonna do about these termites? Now I'm worried for you, all of you.
I just keep thinking of that house episode where like that kid gets in there and he's like super sick because like there's termites infesting all the walls, and so the kid goes like nuts and he's about to die, and then they're all, no, give him this because it's encephalitis cytopine with because of termite poo. It releases this gas and he's poisoned with it, and so like every time he loses weight or has a seizure and exerts energy, more of that poison gets released to him in his body and blah blah, and like oh. So that's what I keep thinking.
Yeah, man. That's what I keep thinking too.
Maybe we could get like a hospital to sponsor us and buy us new instruments.
A hospital?
Yeah. Maybe we're all already sick.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We just
sure.
don't know it yet.
Well, we need to call somebody right now. We should get a caller on the line.
You want to call John Andy?
Oh.
No, I want to call a termite repair.
Oh,
Termite.
we should. So Sean's on a camping trip with a lady.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Sean, not John. Sean.
Oh, I was
Sean.
gonna say.
Oh yeah, not John. John, I don't know if he. I mean,
He's Ubering right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Could you imagine if he picked you up? Hey guys, where you want to go?
No, we should have him come on and tell his Ubering stories because he's like, yeah, I dropped off these 3 ladies and now we're going to the bar. Whoa, you want to count? He's like, yeah, fuck it. And so I got drunk with him. I'm like, you started up Ubering, then you spent all your Uber money and more with strangers, and then had to take an Uber home. All right, cool. And he's like, yeah, my wife had to take me to my car the next day. I'm sure she liked that a lot. Did you tell her it was 3 ladies? He's like, no, it wasn't 3 ladies, it was 3 men. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Guys having guy time. That's fine.
Well, let's call him up. Let's call him up right now.
Sean or John?
Both of them.
3-way.
We need to do, yeah. So, hey. Okay. What's the matter with this? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm the musician, not you.
I know, I'm just asking what you're doing. You left the show. It's a fair question.
Ah, Chris, put your pants back on. That's it.
Oh, God.
We have this mic turned down a little bit for guitar because it comes out of my amp. So for the monitor purposes, I just turned myself up in the monitor a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not that I have anything useful to say. We'll let the unpublished writer
What
Take
are
it
you
away.
talking about? Who told you that? What's the matter with you tonight?
Who told me you're an unpublished writer?
No, who told you that you have nothing important to say?
The demon on his
You
shoulder.
did when you pissed on my parade when I was
I did
telling
not
you about...
piss on your parade. I was asking you questions to further the story along. Like, I was asking questions. What's wrong with that?
They were...
You want to ask me questions?
They were guided questions. You were guiding me towards a path, a conclusion,
Oh, I'm sorry. What's wrong with that?
which ended up with you pissing on my parade.
No, it did
That
not.
was the ultimate destination.
Don't be so sensitive. You can ask me questions. Go ahead.
You need to calm down.
Your feces.
Oh man, I want to apologize to our viewer. I'm very tired
Our
today.
viewer.
We have one that we can't figure out. When we watch on YouTube, there's one spike of there's somebody watching.
That's me.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's no one watching.
Yeah, but see, this is something that the aliens will find thousands of years later and be like,
No, this is just an exercise. That's all this is. Just trying to. It's harder. Like we could either be going up and doing it in front of an audience and getting booed, or doing this and getting no viewers. It's the same thing. Just figure it out as you go.
At least this way we don't have to hear the boos.
Yeah, I learned that I can't ask Chris certain questions, or he gets very upset.
No, I thought an aspiring writer might respect the opinion and dialogue from a published writer.
Well, what do you want me to do? Just be completely quiet while you tell your story?
You could have at least said,